This is the Iowa Weather Report for Tuesday, February 5th, 2013. Now our first look at the 0Z GFS Model Run. This is at noon today. We still have a vortex over the eastern third of Canada, and some energy coming around the base of that trough will be moving through the western Great Lakes. And that could kick off a little bit of snow activity, especially in the northeastern counties of the state. Anywhere from a dusting to maybe a half an inch possible. Better accumulations up in Wisconsin. Highs varied from 20s to 40s across the state. And that continues even here into Wednesday, where we could see, well, a little bit more snow up in Minnesota and North Dakota again. Highs in the upper 20s north and east to lower 40s south and west. And then Wednesday night into Thursday, we have another system that could bring a bit of a wintry mix. Maybe some rain, maybe some snow, maybe a little bit of sleet and freezing rain. And then it exits here on Thursday, especially by midday, and then into Friday. You see that system is now off in the East Coast. And we turn, well, seasonal, highs in the 20s to the 30s across the state. It'll be very varied with the snowpack on the ground. Then we head off into the weekend. Winds switch around to the south. Temperatures warm up at least into the 30s statewide, maybe some 40s, especially in areas that don't have as much snow or no snow cover on the ground. Then on Sunday, we have some increasing clouds with a system that'll be just to our south and west, producing some rain in Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas. Maybe a little bit of sprinkle activity along the Iowa-Missouri border. Then that moves in Monday, but the better chances of precipitation are going to stay in Missouri and south and east of there, so we could see a few snow showers and highs in the 20s to lower 30s. And a week from today, next Tuesday, that trough axis begins to slide off to the south and east as another northwesterly flow starts to take hold across the area, a ridge over the west. And we could see cold air filtering back in, and we could be back into these northwesterly clipper systems again heading into next week and perhaps beyond. A couple days after that, on February 16th, well, here you go. We have the ridge over the western Canada into the Pacific Northwest, and here comes another trough axis with some energy, pretty significant energy, and that could bring a bit of snow, but a lot of wind, and unfortunately another batch of cold Arctic air that could see highs maybe in the teens and lower 20s and falling through the day. And then at the end of the forecast on the 20th, we have elongated vortex over Ontario up into Hudson Bay with some energy coming around the base of the trough once again, with the ridge still over the west. And that could bring another clipper system with a bit of snow and more cold air. So the middle to latter half of February looks to be getting a lot colder and maybe a little bit more snowy across the area. Here's the satellite image from last evening. We had some clouds across the southeast, some high and mid-level clouds, a few showers there. We had some clouds extending from the Great Lakes into the plains and into the Pacific Northwest, with the new storm system moving in that part of the country. The watch warning map from last evening was fairly quiet across the country. Some winter weather issues in West Virginia, some wind chill issues in Maine and northern New Hampshire, some fog and air stagnation issues over the west. QPF chart precipitation over the next 5 days through Saturday evening at 6 o'clock, showing some decent amounts of precipitation across the Pacific Northwest coast, along the Gulf Coast, and up the eastern seaboard. And around here, a little bit of precipitation this week.